Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for August 2021. This reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. As I say in every video, I urge you to look at your Sun, Moon, and Rising to get a fuller, more complete picture based on your personal chart. This is a general reading, so some may resonate, some may not. Take what does and leave the rest. We're going to start here with your animal spirit cards. You have the tiger and the cosmic egg. Excuse me. So let's look at that cosmic egg. So with the cosmic egg, we see this colorful egg and the serpent wrapped around it. This is a spirit energy card. There's earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. This is the spirit energy element. This is about completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. So this is about something coming to completion when it comes to your consciousness. It's a very spiritual card. It's about you having, been on this path for some time, and through your efforts, you are coming into this experience of self-realization, a sense of contentment and oneness arising within you. Your self-limiting beliefs are being lifted. You're feeling that interconnectedness. It's a very potent energy, and it stays with you. But even though it stays with you, it can just be a flash of this. We can go in and out of that consciousness. We can go in and out of that awareness and that feeling of connectedness because of life, and we're human. And sometimes the flash, the human part of us, with all the stresses and strains of living and stuff, we can forget that, and we can become, or through traumas and different things, we can become, feeling isolated and not connected so much with spirit or with the collective consciousness. So right now, because you have this card, it's saying that you might be feeling that connectedness at this time, and that awareness of that connectedness. And if you're not, the reason you're getting this card is to remind you of that interconnectedness, that you are connected to that higher self, to that higher consciousness and that collective consciousness, and you are not alone. But if you've come through this journey to get this kind of energy within you when it ever shows up for you, that means you've done some work, you've done some spiritual work, and you've done this awareness, and you've become aware. And a lot of your limiting beliefs, you have let go of. So if you're having a momentary flash of feeling not connected, that will pass. And if you're having a flash of feeling very connected, that's wonderful. And try to continue with that spiritual work so that you can, continue to feel that connection and keep that connection. All right. And you have the tiger. The tiger is an earth energy, the element of earth. The tiger is a lunar force. There's ease in the darkness and the feminine energy. This is about taking in that wild darkness, allowing the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. It's about sensuality, receptivity with that female, feminine energy, and devotion. They're all heightened in the darker hours, so in the evening, in the night. Take some time in the silence and, taking that calmness, taking that peacefulness of the darkness, the stillness. And it's asking you to realize there's nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. So, this is an awakening of your own power, calmness, stillness. You have that cosmic egg. So, some of you might be feeling very spiritual right now, very connected, very calm, peaceful, and just it's also about sensuality, like I said. So sexual energy and all of that is part of that too for some of you. um you have unikite, which is living in the now, so being in the now moment, which of course if you're connecting here, that's more likely to bring you into that now moment. Building blocks and the mountain. You have building blocks here. This card's just about telling you that you've been doing the work, and this could also be related to the spiritual work, but it can also be about the physical work you do in the world, or work on yourself, anything you're working on, a relationship, anything like that. Any tangible thing where you're working and you're seeing results from it, because the building blocks means you are successfully building up to something more or better. You're already successful with it on some level. It's just that you're still building, it's growing, and it's continue to grow as long as you continue to put in the effort and work on it. And it will get just better and better until you reach whatever goal, and then you'll just set new goals. But so whatever it is, you're working on it, it's working well. You have the mountain here. Now the mountain is about challenges you're facing, but it's telling you you might be taking the hard road, or doing things, making things harder by the way that you're looking at it, thinking about it, or the way you're going about something. You're making it more difficult. You could be standing in your own way in some way. So what this card's telling you is you don't have to climb over the whole mountain. You can go through the mountain. There's a hole cut in the mountain, and the guy is going through the mountain. This is about getting to the other side of something without having to take the long, arduous journey over the entire mountain. There are shortcuts. There are other paths you can take, other ways to respond to a situation or resolve a situation, other solutions to a problem you might be facing. So, you're being asked to look at that and stop making things harder. If you can, look at it and find easier ways to move through that without creating more drama or more difficulties for yourself. So that's a message in there too. Don't get into dramas and things that are going to make your journey more difficult. Okay, so however that resonates with you, if you thought of something, when I was saying that's, some situation in your life or some way you're doing something, there's easier ways. You don't have to take the hard road all the time, okay? Okay, so you have the World, Strength, the Eight of Swords, and Justice. So the first thing here, the World card, you got the world. You got the world in your hands. You have the power to create the way you want things to be in your life. You also have opportunities here in August to get out into the world, and you're being encouraged to be more visible, more active out in the world, do some traveling. You may be already planning to do some traveling. You may be looking into getting a work that causes you to travel, some kind of job where you'll be traveling or something, or have opportunities to do so. You may just need, be going on some kind of road trip, vacation, something like that in August. But it's telling you, it's encouraging you, the energy here, to just be more active out in the world, get yourself seen, get yourself noticed. You are, the energy is with you to make things more successful for yourself, and whatever success means for you. But just to be seen and heard and part of community or part of group or part of, activities, taking action on things and just being more present in the world, not isolating. We've all isolated through all this pandemic and all that, so this might just be that, you going back to the office or going back to work or just being able to go move about in the world more again. So there's that energy for you in August. You have Strength card. So you should be feeling pretty confident here. I'm getting a lot of really good energy here with this reading so far, with confidence and self-esteem and just that connection and just, being uplifted, being more active. But there could be something you need to tame, like within yourself. There might be something going on within you. You might be getting too, that's what I want to say. I told you to avoid dramas and stuff. There might be something that's causing you to just react. You could be getting upset or angry about something, and it's kind of getting you, getting your blood pressure up. So you're being asked to tame that animalistic kind of reaction to things and kind of calm down and get a level head going and respond rather than to react. And I'm also getting like an energy of getting ahead of yourself, rushing things. Like you need to calm it down. Sometimes, and also there's this endurance with this energy in this card. So sometimes we want to be, we think strength means you have to be this forceful energy, but it can be a calm, gentle energy, and just that continuing to persevere and continuing to stand up and continuing to, one day at a time, deal with whatever the situation is and be patient and just keep your strength up for whatever it is that's challenging you at this time. There might be something going on that's taking too long. You think you're getting impatient, but you're to resolve something. But sometimes we're just required to hang on for a little bit longer in a situation, and that's what I'm getting for some of you. So it shows a lot of strength sometimes to just be patient, to continue to forge ahead, but in a more quiet, subtle kind of strength. So that's the energy there, and you have the Eight of Swords. So there's something here where there's energy here where you're not seeing something clearly. You're feeling stuck in some way. That could have something to do with what I was just saying. You can't see something clearly, or you're not wanting to see something. So I'm gonna, pull more cards and I'll clarify that. And you also have Justice, which could be, you could be dealing with some kind of legal situation in your life. Or this Justice card can also just be about a balance, a balancing of within yourself, a balancing within your life, like balancing your time better, time at work, time at play, time with your partner if you have one, and time with your kids if you have it. Just making time and better use of your time and bringing that more into balance. Balance within your emotions, You may be feeling overly emotional about one thing and kind of ignoring the other, or kind of being thinking and being emotional, like I just said, about one situation or about a person or about your relationship or something like that, and you're kind of letting that get you out of balance, and so you're not being able to focus on some other things. So we're wanting to bring ourselves into balance. And what I see here is that you will, as you move through August and towards the end of August, I think you'll be able to achieve that balance. If it is a legal situation you're going through in August, good news is that with the Justice card, you can expect upright, you can expect a fair, like, decision, something going well, or it ends up being, if you're worried about it, it ends up being not as bad as you thought it was going to be, or something like that. It turns out better for you than what you're worried. So try not to worry and just take the legal advice, and that should work out for you. So let's go on ahead and clarify. Start over there with the world. Ooh, you got the Five of Swords. Hmm. Hmm. You got the Five of Swords there, and you got the Nine of Wands there, and we'll do one more for that. Now, that first row that I'm clarifying now is the energy that's with you here. As you move into the beginning of August, but it's energies that are kind of moving away from you as we get into August. Okay, so I said you had the world, and here, let me pick these up so I can see. I just like to hold them in my hand sometimes. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is an earth energy, like that tiger. Earthy energy, grounded energy. She knows what she's doing when it comes to her money, business, finances, how to run her home, and all that. So those things should be going well for you. Like you're capable and you have those abilities, so you should be doing those things, and that's why you have the world here. It's like you know how to run your life and business. But we do also have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands here. So that's a little more difficult kind of energy. Like the Nine of Wands is you facing some challenges and getting a little beat up in that, challenge, getting a little emotionally beat up, or beat up in one way or another, financially, any way where you have, in other words, you're going to feel, or you're feeling some of the strain of that. You're feeling some of the pain of that. You're not going through whatever this is without getting, being affected in some way, in a not pleasant kind of way. It's, injurious in some way to you. But that is a battle that is over. I almost want to say, you've stood your ground, and now it's time for you to let that go. So you're going to be needing to let that situation go. You are holding your own in it. You are coming out, standing up. You're not without your bruises and battle scars and that sort of thing. There's something, it has had an effect on you in some way. But what we're being asked now is to let that go. Stop trying to fight a losing battle, in other words. Stop beating the dead horse. It's done. And if you were in a situation with another person where they've kind of just, walked away, and said, I'm not going to have this fight with you anymore, well, that's telling you they're done. So they're done, and you need to be done, because You may have lost this battle, but you didn't lose the war. You're still standing there. You're still holding on. You still have a lot of that's behind you here now. So I'm wanting to say, let it go. Cut your losses, whatever those might have been, and let it go because it's done. And you can hold on to it like in an emotional way, or you can hold on to it mentally, or you can hold on to it in your anger or whatever, or want to keep trying to work something out, say with someone, and they're not willing. And so you need to let that go. Ground yourself, be more practical, like that Queen of Pentacles, and let that situation go, and to return your focus to other things that are more worthy of your attention and time. So, all right, I'm going to continue here with the next row. So, well, we got the Six of Cups popped out there. That's that lovely, I like that card. It's such a innocent kind of love and just a joyful sort of card of, it could be about simple as just that nostalgic feelings, reminiscing about days gone by, your childhood, or some time that was pleasant for you in your life. Having that innocence and that childhood wonder and awe. Maybe you're going to go on a trip and see some new things and be like seeing things for the first time. Maybe be encouraged to do that, seeing things for the first time. So you have that sense of wonder and awe. Like, you know, when we get in our ruts and we get bogged down with, you know, being where we are and going to work every day, whatever we do, and we don't experience a lot of things for the first time again, as you know, as we go through our adult life. Everything can start to get old, and just kind of, you know, the day to day, every day's the same thing. And so this is, you know, this could be an energy of going someplace you've never been, doing something you've never done, to get that, to wake up that inner child within you, to wake up that wonder and that awe. Because when you see something or experience something new, you get that sense, you know. It could be a new place, it could be a new activity, just something you've not done before, you know, and going someplace you've never been before. And it doesn't mean you have to go across the world. You could, but it could be as simple as the next town or two over, or just some new place you've never been to. As simple as a new restaurant, try some new food, like a different kind of food, like you're not used to eating. Say you never tried sushi, go try some sushi. You know, that's just an example. If you've never been to um, a certain beach or some mountains, just something that's different for you, okay? Anything. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to go far. Just anything new that makes you have that sense of wonder about it, about yourself and about life, you know. So the other thing about that is you may be hooking up here or getting together with an old friend that you haven't seen in a long time. So maybe you'll run into an old friend, an old classmate, a old, you know, coworker you haven't seen in a long time, or whoever, just someone you used to know and you haven't seen him in a long time, and you get really, you know, you'll be really glad to see them. So maybe you'll get a call from an old friend, or you'll run into somebody. And you got the star, so there's that balancing and healing from that other situation there, I think we were talking about. And I just feel a real positive, good energy there with that card. And it's a healing, that's a guidance. You're being guided divinely. You have that cosmic egg. You had that all connection thing. So keep that up, and you're divinely guided in some way that's going to help you with that childlike love and wonder and awe those feelings, raising those vibrations. You also have the 10 of Pentacles. So something here I feel is blessed with you, like some kind of business transaction or just your job, buying a new house, renting a new place, entering into some kind of contract with something like that, which is going to be positive and prosperous for you, or just good for you. Some kind of business thing, getting a raise, getting a promotion, getting a new job that's better than the one you have now, more money and you like it better, and that kind of thing. It's just a good energy, positive, all positive there. We have the Emperor, and this is as we move through August. We have the Magician and we have the Two of Cups. Boy, oh boy. Sagittarius, this is one of the more positive readings I've done so far. I mean, there was this glitch in the beginning here, but like I said, that's the energies moving away from you. I'm just going to keep going and get the rest of these cards for the Justice here. See what we have. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. It's you with your fiery energy there. Ew, more wands, and that is a good one. All right, let's see here. Sagittarius, wow, you got a lot of good stuff going on. So, you had this blocked energy here. You have this blocked energy here in August. There's something here where you're feeling, or you will be feeling bound up. Something may come up where you're feeling kind of blinded by it, blindsided, I want to say, or just something you weren't aware of, and it kind of gets you stuck. It's not it's a difficult energy in that you feel stuck, you feel guarded, you feel kind of trapped and not able to find your way out of it, and because you're not seeing it clearly. But you have the Emperor and you have the Magician and you have the Two of Cups. So whatever that is, I'm thinking, I want to say don't let it, try not to let it bother you too much, because you have this, masculine, tough energy here. You have this energy of knowing how to navigate through your life with courage and confidence, and keeping your little world, your little empire, in order. And it's also about, I want to say, for some of you, being fair and being fair with someone in your midst. You might be, don't be too harsh, is what I'm getting for some of you. Have some compassion, justice with mercy, that kind of thing. I think that's going to help you through whatever that is. I'm not sure why, but that's just like the message I'm getting right now. And you have the tools, all you need with the Magician card. You have all the skill and knowledge and magic and abilities to get you through whatever that is, that situation. And you also have the Two of Cups. So that's love, 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 love. I think some of you might be coming into a nice new romance. Or you might be focusing more on your relationship, like I said, bringing something into balance here. And maybe you've been out of balance with your relationship. If you're in a relationship, maybe there's been some complaining or some talking about not spending enough time together, not paying much attention. So I think you're gonna, whether that's you or the other party involved, I see that coming back into balance, working that through and coming back together in a more stronger way, bringing that back into balance, having the date nights and having the time together, and just listening to one another, and being more loving and understanding and supportive of one another is what I'm getting. If that's not the case, it could be a new relationship coming for you. in August, you might meet a person and connect with them. It might feel magical to some of you, like that magical moment when you connect with another person and start a new romance for some of you. Okay. Now we have that Justice card, we have that Knight of Pentacles, and we have that Queen of Wands and that Six of Wands. So again, with that Justice card and that Six of Wands, that's just sort of a double, like it validates what I said earlier, where you're going to be triumphant if you're in some kind of legal situation that you've been dealing with prior to August. This isn't going to be something, it shouldn't be something that comes up in August. It feels more like something you've been dealing with or you're already aware of, and maybe you've been a little stressed about or not knowing what to do. You will figure it out and you will get, you will be triumphant over that situation. It will come out in your favor, in a fairest possible way. You also have some kind of new energy here with when it comes to your finances. So like I said, there may be earlier, there may be an opportunity here for you, something new, some kind of offer to increase in your finances, a new job offer or promotion, or you may come up with some kind of like a side job or something like that, or a way of making money on your own, aside from your regular, job, to increase in your finances, or someone may approach you with some kind of opportunity to, make more money or save money. Doesn't have to be like make more, but like maybe some of you might decide, well, I don't need this thing and that, and you'll cut back on some expenses, and that way you'll have more money to use for other things, and that sort of thing. But I feel like it's just a message of getting your finances more in order, and that way you'll just have that more abundance coming to you. So there's like an offer, and also it could be if you had some legal situation that had to do with money, like you may get a settlement, of some sort, and get some money for that. So that's possible too. And you have the Queen of Wands, so that's a fiery, passionate, like yourself, fire energy. And so, she's very creative and outgoing, and so I'm getting that a lot of energy for you guys. You're Sagittarius, you're like that anyway. I mean, you could be an introverted Sagittarius, I get that, but when you're in your element, when you're with your people, with your tribe, you can be very outgoing and very expressive, and so there's part of that in Sagittarius as well. It can be very fun loving and let things roll off the back, that kind of energy. I think that's what I'm getting here with this Queen of Wands. So I think whatever this is here with this bringing things back into balance or the legal situation, you're going to be very happy about it. And maybe if you've been worried, you're going to get released from that worry, and you're going to find that passion within again for something that maybe kind of died down a little bit because you were stressed. You know what I mean? And now when you're gonna relieve yourself of that stress, and that you'll feel more back to yourself, is what I'm trying to say. You get back to yourself, more energetic, and that kind of thing. So and you got that victorious, triumphant card. So all in all here, Sagittarius, your month of August is looking pretty well. I mean, you're looking good here. You're looking good spiritually. You're looking good in financial. Like I said, some of you might be moving into a nicer place, or to a place you've been wanting to move to. If not, it's just just some kind of more prosperity for you, whether it's you cut back on some things that you don't need to be spending money on, and you've just, rearrange your finances so that you're just having more money for other things that you want, or you've just got a raise or something like that coming in August, and maybe some kind of settlement, winning in court, and or just like I said, bringing things more into balance, including your finances, so that you're just getting your money in order and your finances in order, so that you'll be feeling more secure. But you're definitely victorious here. There's a new love coming for some of you, or just you're reconnecting, or you're just you've maybe gone through a little patch, a rough patch in the relationship or something. Now you're going to be, making out, coming back together, coming to a new understanding, and just feeling more sensual and more content and more happy in your relationship. Sometimes some of that stress can happen, and so uh, it affects your relationship. And once you release that and let that go, both partners, then you can come back together and feel better with each other. So we tend to do that sometimes. It's something we try to work on. We should try to work on, but it happens. But I see nothing but positive here, really, for you guys. You have some kind of glitchy thing here where you need to let it go. Some kind of situation where you've been beating a dead horse or trying to work something out with someone who's just not working it out with you in some aspect or some situation, and it's just not. You're just going to need to let it go. But other than that, there's nothing but positive cards here for you. It's all positive. Um, like I said, the mountain may be something that you need to look at, focus on, and find better ways to deal with it so that you're not having to climb the mountain. But other than that, I mean, there's just really nothing else here, but just a lot of positivity. I mean, we all have our little glitches and things, and those are here, but they're not. I think you're gonna let go and release, and you're gonna feel like something coming to an end, but in a good way. It needs to end, and the rest of this is all just real positive. So I'm gonna leave it there with you, Sagittarius. It's a lot of good positive energy for you for the month of August. So take care of yourselves and be blessed. And make sure you watch your rising and your moon. If this doesn't completely resonate with you, or you want more information for your specific, chart that will help you get a clearer picture, more individualized for you, if you look at your moon and your rising sign, if you know your chart. Okay, take care. Be blessed.